Now, the media and the politicians in this country and the activists really ought to stop, think, get a grip of themselves and consider what their fear-mongering is doing to our children. I was struck by this headline in the Sydney Morning Herald on the weekend, referring to the mental health of children worsening in this country. In fact, the story describes record levels of mental health issues. We're talking about children here suffering from anxiety and depression. And this is something we've discussed with professionals on this program before. And the first thing I wondered was whether the Sydney Morning Herald actually considered itself why some kids might be feeling a little bit anxious. I mean, maybe the kids or their parents have been reading the Herald, where they've been running stories about boiling heat and lethal threats, and act now or we'll all scorch and fry, or hype about the hottest day in 120,000 years. Really? Wasn't there a heat wave in July 10,011 BC? It's just nonsensical. No scepticism from these people, no moderation, no context, just full-on fear. Talk about generating anxiety for our children. We are literally telling them that they're facing what's never been seen before and that the future will be hell. It's nonsensical. It's a nonsensical exaggeration. But it's everywhere, of course. The ABC pumps it out directly into children's programming. Have a look at this BTN clip.
First up, to some bad news for the planet. Scientists are now pretty confident that this month will be the hottest in recorded history. In fact, the UN says that we're no longer facing global warming, but something worse. Here's Josh.
The era of global warming has ended. The era of global boiling has arrived.
Yep, global boiling. Sounds pretty intense, right? But the UN global leaders and experts everywhere seem to agree that we're facing a climate emergency.
We are virtually certain that the month as a whole will become the warmest July on record, the warmest month on record.
Yeah, that's right. The hottest 23 days in recorded history all happened this month. In fact, one recent study suggests the Earth may not have been this hot for more than 120,000 years.
There they go with 120,000 years ago. I completely overlooked the newspapers from 10,011 BC, July. These idiots. This stuff is scandalous. Kids need to be told the truth. Kids need to be told that we've had worse bushfires, worse floods, worse hot spells, worse droughts. They need to be told the facts. They need to be reassured, not scared witless or frightened into despondency. Politicians, activists and the media are being irresponsible in pursuit of an ideological cause. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. It's doing far more harm to our kids than the weather.